Hi!
Welcome to another episode of
Queentuhan!
Mar, you're late again. No,
Makukuha
just
din natin
kidding.
to, guys. Makukuha din natin. Maniniwala
Yeah,
ako.
no, someday, magsasabay-sabay na kami sa, sa show namin.
Can I explain?
Okay.
Okay, for some reason, di ba mag-OBV, pagpasok
Yeah.
natin, wala kayong audio lahat. So I have to click, I can't hear them fix. Ayun! Kaya ako
Okay.
Dapat pala
Sige.
mayroong 5-second pause and then we speak.
You are excused. Hi, everyone. If it's your first time watching our show, I'm Carla Lizardo here with Pia Wurzbach and Bianca Guidotti, and we are the ladies of Queentuhan. And we are really, really happy to be here for tonight's episode. So shout out to our community, our online family, the Queendom. Nakita ko, ang dami nagko-comment. Sabi, mga madam, pwede ba today? Sorry na late po a few minutes. We are so sorry you're here now.
Tuloy ang show.
Sa mga hindi pa part ng Queendom, sumali na kayo kasi dun tayo nagkikwentuhan outside of the show, and we love hearing your thoughts and, talking about life. Also, kayong dalawa, kamusta?
Okay naman. Ito pa rin. Ganito pa rin tayo, no? Video pa rin.
Hindi pa rin tayo nakikita, no?
Hindi pa rin tayo nakikita, no? Naririnig ko na yung mga Christmas songs, eh. Jose Maricha, naririnig ko na. Dito pa rin tayo. Pero, I believe we'll see each other very soon.
I love the hair, by the way.
I know.
Nang dumating ka sa show, parang may angel na dumating.
Grabe.
Dahil very bright. Ang ganda.
Kasi
Glowing.
may time difference pa, guys. So, may araw. Tanghali pa dito ngayon, 1 p.m. So, ayun. Thanks, guys.
All right. And of course, we're inviting all of you to check out our past episodes also. Lahat niya nasa Spotify, nasa YouTube ni Pia, and nasa Tripod Network Facebook page. So don't forget, balikan niyo yung mga favorite episodes niyo, and also let us know which one has been your favorite. Anyway,
Yes.
we are going to give our shout outs. It's time for the brew. Trial roll call.
Roll call! Alright. Well, actually, before we begin the roll call, I just want to say stick by us or stick here because we will be giving out a giveaway. So, alright, huwag kayong umalis. Manood lang po kayo. Kasi
Maganda yung giveaway natin today, di ba?
Excited
Yes.
to mamigay. Anyways, I just want to give a shout out to CJ Boado. I hope I said that right. Jao Bacuno, Princess Villaluna, and Doc Pascual.
Also, hi to Jihan Sultan, Gerald Pacaon, Kim Kiboom, Archie Corpin, and Maria Espiritu.
Also,
Yeah.
kay Joey Albos, happy birthday na rin sa'yo, Joey. Kay Gab Simbulan, Alvin Sioson, and all the viewers who are watching right now on YouTube and Facebook. Hi guys, kumusta kayo? Live tayo ngayon and nababasa namin yung mga comments nyo.
Yes, exciting. Namimiss ko kayo in fairness. Kayo dalawa namimiss ko, pero namimiss ko din yung mga natin.
Actually, masarap nga yung ganito, oo. Yung nakakausap natin sila every week, di ba? So parang
Yes.
parang barkada na, no?
Exactly. So yes, thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Makulit nga ako dun sa Queendom group eh. Guys, kamusta kayo? Naghahanap ng kausap. Hindi kasi nakakatulong eh. Getting to meet people and just staying connected, di ba? Parang it really helps us all ngayong lockdown. But anyway, wag na natin paantayin pa yung mga viewers natin because everyone is really, really hyped up for today's episode dahil naman bigatin ang ating guest. 10 years ago, I can't believe na 10 years na ang nakalipas. An amazing Filipina was able to break through to the top 5 of the Miss Universe competition, ang ating drought breaker, because she sparked an amazing winning streak for the Philippines. So tonight, babalikan natin yung journey na yan, and we're gonna talk about the legacy that this amazing woman has been building since she won the Miss Universe Philippines crown. So you know who I am talking about, the one and only Venus Ra. Woo! We're so
Hello,
happy.
madam!
Hello
Oh my
mga
God.
madam!
Pinag-uusapan natin kanina, when I was doing the intro, parang hindi ko masabi Venus Ra lang. Parang Madam Venus, Ma'am Venus, Queen
Parang
Venus.
guys, hindi ko rin kaya sa totoong buhay guys na tawagin lang si Madam na Venus lang kasi feeling ko disrespectful ako, wala akong galang. Hindi ko kaya. Pansin mo ba yun, Madam? Nobody calls you by your first name only kasi nga,
Madam.
parang nauna ka eh. So, respect, di ba? Respect.
Sabi ko kaya, hindi ko kaya.
Hello po! Hello po!
Gusto ko i-share, sorry Manaya, pero gusto ko talaga i-share the first time that I saw Venus in person. This was during the first day of the Binibining Pilipinas 2014 screening. So lahat kami mga girls, sa loob kami ng isang room. Siyempre lahat kinakabahan, malamig. All the past queens would come and judge, and some of them would check in on us, see how the candidates are doing, and Madam Venus was one of the past queens who really came in and tried to give us a pep talk, which we super appreciated, by the way. But ang nangyari doon, the only reason that I knew that Madam Venus had walked into the room was because everybody fell silent at the same time. Grabe.
Yeah.
Grabe siya. Pagpasok niya sa room, tingin lahat ng tao, tapos ako parang, it's her.
You know, I remember this moment. I remember this moment.
Oo.
Totoo yan.
Only Queen Venus can really, I'm sorry, pero you're really one of the queens that can command a room without even singing anything, I must say.
I was a principal in my past life.
Giving off those respect me vibes. No, pero it's it's a rare air to have na talagang tahimik lahat. But you know what? I can't believe it's been 10 years. Ang bilis lumipas ng panahon, no? Ganun-ganun lang. How does it make you feel to look back at that time in your life when you were representing the Philippines sa Miss Universe stage?
Grabe. Yeah, it was, I think, last August 23 when I celebrated the 10th year after Miss Universe 2010. Carla, alam mo, when I look back, just, a month ago, I really saw how transformation really happened. I watched some of the videos that I had before. I watched how I speak, how I interacted with people, how I am basically as a person. Grabe. Sabi ko, grabe, ang bata ko talaga pala noon. I just turned 22 at that time. And I would say it was really a life-transforming thing that really happened from 2010 up to present.
Grabe. We also saw in your recent IG post that you used the major.
Yes.
Parang na-embrace mo na talaga. And ikaw lang din kilala ka namin din for that answer. But tell us more about how pageantry did a major transformation in your life. I mean, I know you get asked this question a lot, pero minsan ka lang din kasi namin makausap ng live for a pageant interview, di ba?
Right.
Kasi alam namin na busy ka din. And pero grateful kami na pumayag ka sa Queentuhan, by the way. So ano yung how did it change you and how did it change your life, Madam?
Yeah. Yun nga, as I was watching those videos way back from 2010, I was watching some of my interviews. I saw how enamored I was with myself. I saw how self-centered I was. I saw how I felt like I'm the center of the universe. Na parang, girl, ba't ganyan ka? Parang if I would talk to that younger Venus, I would probably say, hey, umayos ka, beauty queen ka, dapat ganito ka, dapat maayos kang tao. Pero I saw that more than the physical transformation, more than also the social interaction transformation, I saw how character transformation really happened. And it's yes, pageantry helped me a lot when it comes to that, but it was only when I came to know the Lord, P, that transformation really happened. Kasi talagang apart from the Lord, I see how self-centered I am, how I see my flaws as a person. I see how ang insecure ko palang tao, and I felt like ang dami kong gustong patunayan sa buhay, and I saw it even in the way I speak in those interviews. So really transformation happened when I came to know the Lord, and pageantry is definitely part of that.
Pero madam, parang hindi naman yun yung pagkakakilala namin sa'yo or ang nakita namin ever. Like, people from the outside were always admired you, and we always thought that you were super humble and that you were super generous sharing your life experiences, and you were never embarrassed to share your life experiences either. So, I mean, it's siguro listening to it right now, parang I can't believe that you thought that you were, you know, all these things you mentioned. Kasi para sa amin, parang hindi naman.
I mean, when we talked about like how you command the room, it wasn't because parang yung mayabang yung dating mo. It was just that there was just so much respect because even after you won the crown, even after you broke the Miss Universe drought, you always came across as very humble and as someone that us parang nang sumali kami, syempre candidate pa kami, parang you're the person na gusto namin matuto from you.
Yeah.
Parang it was always like a mentor sort of vibe kasi nga you were always really willing to help us. So sobrang thankful rin
Appreciate that.
namin. And
Appreciate that, Carla.
we appreciate you because you're always a comforting presence. And when you competed in Miss Universe, aside from being fourth runner-up, ang dami mo ring nakuhang special awards. And then, pinopoint out nga ng mga tao na bihira lang yung mga nananalo ng major awards na kasama doon yung co-winner as Miss Friendship. So how important is it, I guess, a message and for the younger candidates na aside from competing for the crown, yung building relationships with the
Right.
candidates, with the org, how important is that in a pageant journey?
Yeah, Carla, I learned this, I think, late in life because at that time, yes, there were some relationships that have been built, but I was too focused on the competition. So at that time, kasi wala pa namang social media. I mean, there's social media already, but I was not active. Yung cellphone ko nga nun, Carla, ano pa, yung keypad pa eh. So, wala rin talagang way para maging Facebook friends or Twitter friends. Wala pang mga ganon. So, in a way, it's hard to also communicate with other ladies na medyo hindi kayo palaging nag-uusap or magkasama. But I realized now that, I'm mature. I realized that relationships are more important than awards. And if you are a young person and if you want to join a beauty pageant, please make sure that you're developing those kinds of relationships. Because when you're too focused on the competition, before you know it, tapos na yung competition, wala ka man lang friends na nakuha. Look at you girls right now, the three of you, you've developed that deep relationship from being, pageant acquaintances to friends and now sisters. And these are things that will last. Awards can last for a year, but relationships can actually last for a lifetime. So that's how important it is.
Totoo yun. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always important to see like the bigger picture, diba? It's easy to get lost within a competition na kakainin ka ng pagiging competitive mo. Of course, ilan lang naman yung crowns. Pero it's also a good reminder to just look at it in that way. Yung long term.
Tama. Totoo talaga yun kasi nga parang ilang weeks ka lang naman nagko-compete and then after noon, kung manalo ka man, 1 year lang naman din yun. Like, what do you really take home or what do you really, like, how does it really impact your life and building relationships nga? meaningful relationships is like really the way to go. Madam, after after passing on the crown naman, di kasi nagkaroon ka ba ng parang identity crisis na hindi mo sure pa kung ano yung gusto mong gawin after? Did you already know right away what career path you wanted to pursue?
Yeah, thanks for that, B. Because I think there are many young people today who are in the same situation. At that time, I don't have an idea of what I wanted to. Welcome back to you, Miss Guidotti.
Hello.
So we're already talking about the after passing the crown. Do I know what I wanted already? In life. So I was just saying, no, it was still a blur for me at that time. Imagine I was 22 years old. I was tossed by the wind here and there. I think the main reason why I do not know what path to take was because I also do not know who I was. I do not know myself. So because I'm already lost, hindi ko alam kung anong sabihin sa akin, yun din ang gagawin ko. Kung anong sabihin, ay siguro itong career na to, maganda to na i-take mo, o siguro ganito yung gawin mo, mas okay para sa'yo. But to be honest, if I will be the one to decide on my own, medyo hirap pa ako talaga at that time. So I just, went with the flow. Whatever people tell me, I do. At 22, it was really hard to be in that situation.
I can imagine. Kasi I guess a lot of people don't plan beyond the pageant. Parang yun na yung goal. Pero parang after, I'm sure that kung feeling mo yun na yung major achievement. Major achievement.
Major.
Yeah. Just to clarify. But then of course, the blessings kept coming in, as a TV host, going into acting, sobrang hectic rin nang nangyari. So parang after the Miss Universe stint, parang like sobrang naging fast-paced na yung life. How did you deal with that hectic lifestyle?
Yeah. It was hard, Carla, because to be honest, I was what was that? Is that rain?
I don't think so. I think it was just a bit of static.
Okay.
No worries.
Sorry, interrupting. I can't hear you guys. I don't know if you can hear the crazy rain and thunder behind
It's rain.
Yes,
So
we hear
that's
you.
why nawala ako. Nawalan kami ng kuryente for like a second. So I had to wait for the internet to come back up, and now I'm having issues with hearing you guys. So I'll be
Okay.
right back. I'm so sorry, listeners, or our audience.
It's good.
Okay.
It's fine.
Wait lang.
Cool.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't think because it's not raining like where I am. So, ayun. Okay.
Yeah, so mukhang kidlat at kulog
Balik.
nga yung narinig natin.
Yeah.
Balik tayo.
Yeah.
You were saying that, it was a hectic schedule, ang dami ring mga nangyari. At on the onset, I was really overwhelmed with everything that was happening. Imagine, I just graduated from college. I had like few months of experience when it comes to a job. And then I went to pageantry. Although I already joined several beauty pageants way back, pero yung talagang nagkaroon ka ng totoong trabaho, nagkaroon ka ng totoong schedule, halos araw-araw ginagawa mo yon. I was really overwhelmed. At some point, I think it also got into my head. And I felt like, as I've mentioned a while ago, I felt like I'm the center of the universe. And parang feeling ko, yumabang ako dahil, I'm just overwhelmed with a lot of things. And so it was not easy navigating all throughout the things that have been happening in my life. Pero when I again came to know the Lord, when I became more mature, I realized that Venus, the universe does not revolve around you. You are not the center of it. So, umayos-ayos ka. Kasi, hindi ikaw yan. So yun, dun lang ako tuluyang nagising.
Madam, how long did it take until that happened? Kasi 2010 was when you competed, and then nag-work ka pa, nag-showbiz ka pa after that. We still saw you on TV, very much active. When did you start And then you mentioned nga ngayon na parang medyo nag-go with the flow ka na lang kung ano yung mga dumating na, I guess, opportunities or projects. But when did you really decide na iba yung gusto mong gawin or ipupursue mo na yung talagang nasa puso mo?
I think it was in 2014. So 4 years of ups and downs. Yeah. Medyo matagal din siya na journey.
Oo nga. Oo nga.
And
Well, go ahead.
ang
Wow.
2014 kasi that was the year that we joined all together.
Yes.
So talagang you were still really active in pageantry and reaching out to the younger batches. Nagbibigay ka ng advice. How did it make you feel na parang tinatawag ka ngang the drought breaker na sobrang successful after you? Parang the queens really followed your lead. Tapos I guess ano rin yung advice na mabibigay mo sa mga candidates that are competing right now?
Yeah. Carla, to be honest, whenever I would hear this question, I feel flattered, but I can't take the credit from it because I know that after me, we've sent beautiful, amazing, intelligent, determined women just like yourselves. So hindi ko talaga matake yung credit na yon. Pia here is a living testimony of what a determined, amazing, beautiful, intelligent woman is. Alam mo yon na parang hindi talaga I really can't take that credit. But if there are women who are listening to us right now and they're looking to us as their role model, kumbaga, ako, to be honest, I would always say you have to know who you are first before you enter into that circle. Because if you don't know who you are, it would be so hard for you to know who you are after the competition. Marami nang magsasabi sa'yo kung sino ka dapat. Marami nang magsasabi sa'yo kung anong gagawin mo, anong susundin mo, sinong ganito, sinong ganyan. Kung hindi mo kilala sarili mo sa una pa lang, ang hirap nun. Sobrang.
Alam mo, this is so true. I mean, kasi madam, ina-advise din namin yan na doon sa mga gustong mag-compete, kailangan kilala mo talaga sarili mo. Pero mas maganda yung advice mo ngayon na dahil pag hindi mo kilala yung sarili mo, bago ka mag-compete, hindi mo rin siya makikilala ng maayos after. Mas mahihirapan ka pa. Totoo talaga yun, ano? Wala lang. We love talking to you. You give so much advice.
Yeah. Hindi kasi, our lives before pageantry are so different from our lives after eh. So, that big change, diba, it really needs a lot of inner strength. And I agree because in the world of pageantry, maraming ang voices. So, parang you have to know what to listen to and what to just, say thank you to and just disregard
Move on.
To put it nicely. Kasi syempre, hindi naman lahat, di ba? I mean, you don't always get the best thing from other people. You have to know what's best for yourself.
Wait lang. Mar, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay, it's time for the talent portion. Joke lang. Hindi ako pinakanta. Anyway, let's just go back to our para to ease more back in. So I'm really interested to find out what pushed you to pursue the master's degree sa UP. So you took community development. What was the story behind that?
You know, this is a very interesting story, Carla. You have a boyfriend, the three of you have a boyfriend, and I had a boyfriend at that time. And alam mo naman, pag ini-encourage ka ng boyfriend mo, na-encourage ka talaga ng todo-todo. So I took up master's degree because of the encouragement given to me by my relationship at that time. The course was supposed to be for 2 years only, but I took it for 4 years because I was working and then studying at the same time. But we broke up after a year and a half. And so I was left there. And, you know, the feeling of, shucks, hindi ko ata ito kakayanin ng ako lang. But, you know, after a while, I realized this journey is actually a journey that I went through already, even before enrolling to community development. You know, my background, I grew up in the province. I really love working with communities because that's where I'm from. And yun talaga, dun ko na-embrace yung community development. And I said to myself, during the time that I was having my thesis, alam mo yung 7:00 na ng umaga matutulog ka pa lang. May araw na matutulog ka pa lang. Sa mga nag-aaral ngayon, shout out sa inyo guys.
Maraming nakarelate.
May araw na. Hindi yan kaka-ML or kaka-COD sa mga gamer dyan.
Ay,
Pero,
ako yun.
shout out din sa inyo. Pero yung may araw na, matutulog ka pa lang dahil gusto mong tapusin at i-beat yung deadline na meron ka. And at that time, I told myself, if I'm not gonna do this for the Lord, I might as well stop. So I really prayed at that time. I said, Lord, I'm gonna do this because I wanna honor you. And even in my studies, I know that I can honor you. And so by the grace of God, after 4 years, I graduated with that master's degree in community development.
Wow.
Grabe. I didn't know that you took it for 4 years. Akala ko, yeah. Kasi diba usually pag masters, mga 2
2
years
years,
na.
yes.
Saka I mean, to do it with the career that you have na sa TV, hindi madali. Sobrang mahirap talaga i-balance yung yung schedule na yan.
Yeah, totoo yan.
And the fact that you went to UP, Manavi, like, grabe, that's amazing. That's, yeah, I thought about getting a master's in UP, pero it's intimidating. You need a lot of courage. So, super saludo ka sa ginawa mo. I really think, even the course that you chose, community organizing, community development, I don't think a lot of people know about them, but it's very important. It's really about developing, our country,
Right.
all the communities in our country. So that's why you are really one of my idols. Not worthy.
Gusto ko lang isingit yung question kasi nagpa-shoutout ka sa mga gamers. Naglalaro ka ba ng games?
Hindi. I have nephews and my nephews are, shout out guys sa inyo, kay Jeff, kay James and Francis. Yung mga pamangkin ko, ay nako, napapagalitan ko minsan. Minsan ini-encourage nila ako. Halimbawa, I'm writing something and then they'll be like, Tita, okay lang, magpuyat ka ngayon, sasamahan ka namin. Pero sila nagsi-COD, sila nag-ML na dalawa, pero nandyan lang sila. Sabi ko, ayos na-encourage naman ako sa inyo guys. Pero yeah, it's because of my nephews.
Na ako, tinatype ko na yung a-add na kita.
Grabe, beauty queen, great gamer. Pag nag-stream ka, daming nanonood sa streaming mo, ma'am.
Nagsistream ako.
Oh, wow! Streamer pala to. Ano pangalan mo doon, ma'am?
Yes, ginamit ko lang yung page ko. Kasi may followers na ako from Binibini so medyo deny ako, sorry. Pero bigla ako naging gamer.
Gamer!
Meron akong question, madam. Pero
Yes.
marami kasi nagtatanong nito. Napansin ko din sa social media mo. Mahilig, madalas kang mag-post ng mga tulong at na mga tulong na nagagawa mo, na nabibigay mo. And then, syempre, meron ding mga iniisip nila na tatakbo kaya si madam o kaya magpa-public service kaya siya. A lot of people, like nakikita ko na tinatanong ka din nila dun sa comments page mo. Is that something you're considering or is it something in the back of your mind or hindi muna?
Actually, ang daming nagtanong na rin totoo. Nagtanong sa akin yan. And some of the officials in our province even approached me, approached my mom and said, can she run for this office? Even in our province. It's hindi yan ang tinitibok ng puso ko, P. Sa totoo lang. I really want to serve the Lord, and with that, by serving, I mean really sharing the word of God to people. Kasi yes, to give food is one thing, but that food can only last for a day or two. But if you give them the spiritual food that can actually transform their lives for eternity, to me, that's weightier compared to a food that can just, get them through for a day.
Yeah. Okay, go.
No, go ahead. No. Ask your question.
While we're in that topic, kailan mo na-realize, madam, na gusto mong ialay yung oras mo at yung oras mo at yung buhay mo for the Lord. Kailan nung 2014 ba yun? Was it right away or recently lang ba to?
Yeah. P, thanks for asking this question. This is something that's really close to my heart. Yes, it was in end of 2014, early 2015. I think I don't know if I was 28 or 29 or 30 na ba ako. Ayoko na mag-compute. Pero mga ganun, dun sa mga age range na yon. It was then that I realized there's really nothing else to do in this life than to serve the Lord. It was also at that time that I realized this is really the purpose that God has given to me. Alam mo yung pakiramdam na in love ka sa Panginoon, na gusto mo lang siyang pagsilbihan ng buong buhay mo. There's really nothing else that I see doing in this life than to serve Him. And by that, it's been a journey for a while. It's been a journey serving the Lord through ministries, through sharing the Word of God, through the youth organization that I'm part of, and through the family that I also belong. So yeah.
So, Manay, you talked about the youth.
Right.
Can you tell us more about that? What are your goals when it comes to the youth?
Yeah, because I'm part of this organization. It's called Elevate Movement Incorporated, and we have a youth program. It's called #NotAlone. So basically, the goal that we have and that I also have in my life is for our youth today to realize that they're not alone. That's it. For them to realize that they're not alone. Kasi alam natin ngayon, ang daming pinagdadaanan ng mga kabataan natin sa totoo lang. Many of them are having difficulties when it comes to relationships. Many of them are having difficulties when it comes to their relationships at home. Or some of them are getting depressed. Some of them are having, suicidal thoughts. Some of them are not doing great in school. Pero pag na-realize nila na hindi talaga sila mag-isa, because there's really the Lord who loves them and wants to have a relationship with them, I think that will make a lot of difference in their lives. So basically, that's one thing that I want our young people today to realize. You're not alone. And even for you ladies, you're not alone in this journey.
I love that. And I feel like it's especially important given the situation ngayong 2020. Of course, we have so much time with ourselves and with our thoughts. So I think it's really nice to know that, through online platforms like podcasts or social media na parang we're also here. Like, we may not know each other, but it's also a way for us to kind of help and to reach out and to let people know nga na you're not alone. And one thing I love is that despite all of your successes, we talked about this earlier, sobrang true to yourself. You're very true to yourself. You have that strong sense of self and you're very, very grounded. I guess it's not just after, it's not just after giving up the crown. Feeling ko maraming times in our lives na medyo nawawala tayo, na-overwhelmed tayo.
Totoo.
Ano yung advice mo to people who might be in that stage of their life right now?
Yeah. Thanks, Carla, for just saying that, you see that I'm grounded. You see that I remain true to myself. But maybe I also want to say that really apart from the Lord, I am still that selfish, filthy, worldly kind of woman. But it is only because of my relationship with the Lord that, that really transformed dramatically. To our younger people who are, probably are in that situation, how can you have that sense of self? How can you be grounded to who you are? Balik ako sa sinabi ko kay P kanina na hindi mo talaga yon magagawa kung hindi mo kilala yung sarili mo. Kasi you'll just be tossed here and there. You'll just follow what the trend is. And if the trend is doing something that is not something that's not okay when it comes to our values as a person, minsan gagayahin na rin natin kasi yun yung trend eh. But you can remain and you can be true to yourself if you know yourself. And the only way for us to know who we are is to know who made us. I think that's a very simple principle there. To know who you are, you have to know who made you. So far, I think that's one message that I want our young people to realize today.
That's a
Madam,
beautiful message. Sorry,
oh,
I just
sorry,
wanna
sorry.
Go ahead, P.
Go ahead.
sabihin ko na sana na that's a beautiful message, not just for the youth, but for everyone. For
Yeah.
everyone, I think we all, in a way or another, struggle to find out and really get to know ourselves.
Yeah.
And during this time in the pandemic, talaga, what better time to kind of just be alone with yourself and reflect and if you have a relationship with the Lord, or if you want to communicate or start a relationship with the Lord, this would be a great time. Or even
Right.
just, meditating on the things that are happening, the things with you, and looking forward. So, it's a great message. And again, I don't know, malamang sinabi na nung dalawa kanina, pero yun din yung sinasabi namin sa mga girls na know yourself before you join the pageant. Because
Yes.
yun na rin titignan ng judges eh. Yun na rin titignan ng mga tao. You are, as a beauty queen, you're a role model. You're supposed to be aspirational as well. How can you be aspirational if you don't know your message, you don't know who you are, and you don't know what your values are, and you don't know what you're fighting for?
Yeah.
So, thank you for that great reminder. Anyways, back to P.
Madam, since we're in that topic, during these challenging times, what message would you want to give to those who look up to you as a source of inspiration and strength? Minsan ka lang namin makuha for an interview. So, anong message mo para sa mga naglo-look up to you? Not just pageant fans or pageant aspirants, but even just people who love your story.
Yeah.
What would be your message to them on how to stay strong now?
Yeah, P, I truly appreciate that because I think yes, there are people who look up to us, right? And that's such a huge responsibility. Such a huge responsibility. That means whatever I do, they might copy. Whatever I do, they might copy because they look up to me. Or that could be a reason for example, I curse. Younger people can say, "Oh, I can also curse because she does it." So that is such a huge responsibility for me. I hope they are seeing how the Lord really transformed my life. And as I copy Christ, I hope they will also copy Christ. I hope that they will not copy me just because I am their idol, or just because I'm inspirational. Grabe talaga, ang lakas talaga ng ano na yan. Actually, umaabot na rin. Umaabot na rin dito sa amin. Umaabot na rin. May kidlat na rin dito. Ayun nagsasagutan lang sila. Sagutan sila. Pero what I'm trying to say is, I hope they will see the change in my character, and I hope that they will also copy that. Because at the end of the day, the source of strength, the source of joy, the source of hope for the future is not from me, but from the one whom I copy. So if they're having a difficult time today, sabi nga ni Marian kanina, this is the time to really think about your life. This is the time to really think about what are the important things in this world. Ano ba talaga? Pag namatay ba ako bukas, importante ba itong ginagawa ko ngayon? I hope those are the questions that they will also ask themselves.
I agree. Patapusin muna natin yung
Umabot na siya dito. Sabi ko pa kanina, hindi naman umuulan. Pero, just kidding. Sobrang lakas pala ng ulan. Stay
I
safe.
was not lying! Ano ba?
Yeah. At saka, nakikita ko sa comments natin, a lot of people are asking, are we live? Yes, we are. The rain proves it.
Yeah. Kundi edit out namin yung kulog, pero hindi.
Yeah.
Part na siya ng effects. Part na siya.
Oh, there we go.
Ayan.
Oh, we have some comments.
Never mind.
Oh,
Never mind.
Or,
Yes.
we'll throw out one last question, and then we can ask Madam Venus yung mga questions naman ng ating mga viewers.
Yes.
Kasi marami ring nagtatanong.
Yeah. So one last question from us. What is done during a queen's reign is of course very important. But looking at what you've done, and in the last 10 years, even way after your reign, it shows that it's still very important, and you can still make a huge impact. In your own words, what kind of legacy would you want to leave after even more years have passed? What is your legacy that you're building?
Yeah, wow, such a difficult question there, Marian. But, kasi finale na daw eh, ganun naman talaga, finale na daw. Legacy, wow, I think I would want to be remembered not as the Venus Ra who won the Miss Universe fourth runner-up, but I want to be remembered as the Venus Ra who loves the Lord and is loved by the Lord. I hope that my love for the Lord will be seen by people, and I hope that His love for me and the way He transformed my life will also be seen by people.
That is a simple but beautiful answer. And I think that even now, 10 years from your reign, like we already definitely see it. And we're so excited for how you'll build on that legacy and how many more lives you'll touch, because I know that it's going to happen. And our viewers are also super excited to ask their questions. Before moving to that, I want to say hi to Mama Ru. Mama Ru is watching. Sabi niya, it's so nice to see the four of you together. We love you too, Mama
We
Ru.
love you, Ma.
Oh, miss you, Mama Ru.
Very life trust.
Ano ko na, ibabato ko na yung question ni Jao Bacunyo. There are many things that a candidate can learn through the course of the pageant. For you, what is the biggest learning ng pageant days mo, and how can you apply that as part of your life?
Yeah, although I've touched on this a while ago, but I think I want to repeat it. That the major lesson that I've learned in my entire pageant life, and I actually realized this, just after when I came to know the Lord. Again, I am not the center of the universe. I am not the center of the universe. In fact, I'm just a tiny speck in this world, and yet I am loved by the one who made the universe. Imagine that. I'm like, at that time, I felt like, when you're there, when you have all the attention of people, when you are earning a lot, when you have all these projects, at the tip of your finger, and you can really support and help people. Sometimes, siguro hindi naman sa sinadya ko yun, pero umabot ako doon. Umabot ako sa point of realizing that this feels so good. This feels so good. But I realized that I'm not the center of the universe. The Lord is, and the one who made the universe actually loves me. To me, that's an amazing thing to realize.
We have more questions from Roa Santa Maria. What are the 3 most important values a Filipina should have, regardless of the time period or pageant joined?
Wow! Ba't ang hihirap ng mga tanong ng mga moms?
Kasi ikaw, so parang, next level rin yung mga,
Grabe.
Ang hihirap. Again, I would go back to my core. 3 values. Actually, there's a lot. But if I would go back to only 3 things, I would say faith, hope, and love. Faith. This is something that will really ground you. This is something that will put you in a place that is stable. This is something that no matter how strong the rain, just like that, it will not move you because you are grounded into something that is stable, and that is the Lord. So faith. Second is hope. Hope, especially in this time and this season of pandemic, and we feel hopeless at times. We don't see the future clearly. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. I hope that we will continue to have hope in the one who can give us real hope. And that's not only for the lifetime that we have here, but also for life in eternity. And third is love. And I think that's one of the most important thing that we should have. Love doesn't mean, as I was explaining to these two ladies a while ago, when it comes to relationship, what other things that we should learn. Love is a commitment, an unconditional commitment towards imperfect people, to seek their highest God, which oftentimes requires sacrifice. So love does not always mean, actually, love isn't about feelings. It is not about emotions. Love is actually a commitment. It is sacrifice towards imperfect people. And we know that we are all imperfect, but if we'll have love for other people, that means you will love them regardless of who they are, regardless of what they do, and regardless of the situation that they are at present. I hope that we see people in the lenses that God sees them, not in our own lenses, because it would be so judgmental if we look at them in our own lenses. So faith, hope, and love.
Ganda no,
I know.
madam.
That's a group hug. Group hug.
Virtual.
No, I think that this is very timely to have you on the show because
Yes.
your messages all convey those things: faith,
Yes.
hope, and love. And these are things that a lot of us need right now. So I guess just to wrap up this interview, we want to ask you, what's your final message to the viewers and the people who look up to you who are watching right now?
Yeah. Again, I just want to thank the three of you for having me here. Such a privilege, really, such a privilege. To those who are watching us right now, especially to the young women, or even if you're not a young woman and you are watching this, I hope that you will realize that you're not alone. You are not alone. Sometimes we can feel that emotion of ayoko nang abalahin yung ibang tao kasi meron din naman silang pinagdadaanan, meron din naman akong pinagdadaanan, so bakit ko pa istorbohin yung iba? Pabigat lang ako sa kanila. I hope we will not have that kind of mindset because, again, we're made for relationships. And it's important that we realize that, if you're going through something that's difficult, go to a friend that you trust and tell them what you're experiencing. But more than anything else, please go to the Lord and tell him, Lord, this is what I actually feel. I feel sad today. I feel so down today. Lord, I feel angry today. I feel so jealous today. Why do I feel these emotions? And he is the one who truly understands because he himself knows how is it like to be a human person. So you are not alone. Please always remember that.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
making time for us, Manay Venus. Nakakatawa, sorry. Si Pia talaga naging consistent siya. Every question, merong madam.
Congrats, P!
Hindi pwedeng wala. Wala akong galang kung gano'n.
No, and that's because we just really look up to you and we're so happy to have you here on Queentuhan. So again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
Uh,
for saying
Sharing
yes
your
to this
message.
interview, madam. And you share so much wisdom and advice to us. Kahit natapos na kaming mag-compete, marami pa rin kaming natututunan sa'yo. So, maraming salamat talaga.
Yeah, and I know you, P. You're such a person who really intentionally listen to people, and you intentionally learn from other people. And even during those times that you were still training, I saw how intentional you are when it comes to that. So I'm really
Thank
glad to
you.
see your face,
Thank you,
like
madam.
listening intently to the things that I'm saying. I'm like, this woman is still the same woman that I know even from before.
Oh, madam.
Aww.
Virtual hug na lang muna tayo.
Yeah. We will definitely have our real group hug
We
as soon as
should.
this is all over.
Once this is all over. So thank you again, Manay Venus. I hope we see each other soon. But if not, I'm super excited for whatever you have planned in front of you. And thank you so much for the inspiring message. I know you've touched a lot of hearts tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
ladies.
you. Thank you, madam. Ingat kayo dyan.
Be
Ingat.
safe.
But
Grabe,
everyone,
you know.
yeah.
No, we've
Sarap
always,
ng feeling.
you know, when you described that moment, I knew exactly what you were talking about. She walked in and we were all like, it's
Yeah.
Manay
It's
Venus.
her.
Parang
It's
ganun
her.
talaga yung effect. And 10 years after, well, 6 years after that moment and 10 years after her win, she still has the same effect. So it was an honor to
Yeah.
have the one and only Madame Venus Ra on our show. I hope all of you enjoyed her message.
Yay!
I am seeing a lot of people. I saw someone kanina na naiiyak na nga daw siya because it was so inspiring. Kasi nga, syempre lahat tayo, we're all going through challenges right now. So, I felt like it was such an uplifting kwentuhan and very relevant to have today. So, hey, and
Yes.
para mas happy pa, it's time to do our weekly giveaway. It's time for
Yes.
Queentuhan Fair. So, we're doing our usual trivia game. I'm sure by now, if you're new, we're just gonna run down yung mga rules natin. We are gonna ask 3 questions. So, wait for us to say go. Dahil dapat tatlo yung sagot dyan sa, ano nyo, sa little comment box. And the first person to answer all the 3 questions correctly after we say go will win a pair of kicks from Converse. Thank you, Converse.
Oh, ang ganda ng surprise. Alam mo nangyayari,
Ayan na.
guys. Wala
We
pa sa
said,
amin yung actual na shoe kasi depende kung sino yung mananalo. We'll contact you, get your shoe size, and kung female or male, and then we'll send you the pair. Pero ang bongga, di ba, ng pag-giveaway natin. Thank you, RV. Si RV kasi
yeah, thank you,
our
RV.
last episode last week and minessage niya ako and sabi niya, mamimigay ako ng Converse. So sabi ko, yes! Thank you,
Let's
RV.
do it! So, we're gonna give out our questions. Again, dapat tatlong sagot yan and only after we say go. And sorry, like if you're not here in the Philippines and there's no, hindi namin mapadala right now. So, this will only be open to, people here. So, sana in the future, kakayanin namin ang international na ganap. Pero, sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna throw out the first question. Dami ko nang
Okay,
sinabi.
game.
Okay. What kind of criticism comes from a place of care and presents a possible solution to the problem being pointed out?
Wow.
Pinag-isipan ko talaga tong tanong na to. Kasi
Oo.
it's always based kasi on the last episode. So there.
Okay.
Question.
Next
Super test.
question. Super test. Ko talagang nakikinig at nanonood. Next question is, what is the topic of today's episode?
And question number 3.
Question number 3 is, how long should you wash your hands to get rid of the germs and viruses and avoid getting sick? Alright? So again, reminder, 1 comment box lang, 3 answers, wag sunod-sunod, 1 lang. Okay? Ready?
Dapat buo.
Dapat buo. Ready?
Ready, set, go! Ang bilis, ang bilis. Ay, meron na. Wait.
Pam, 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 pam.
Meron na.
Ay, wow. Amazing. Sino
Wait
kaya?
lang. Oh my gosh,
Guys.
wait. Ang daming nag-comment. Ito na ba?
Ayan. From YouTube, we have Jeremy Wave. So, tama. Constructive criticism, building a legacy,
Yes.
and 20 seconds. So, congratulations,
Congratulations,
Jeremy
Jeremy!
Wave!
So,
You get-
how... I think it's best since you're watching on YouTube. Please join the Queendom so that we can reach out to you and we can exchange details. So that we can
Yes.
send over your new pair of kicks from Converse. Congratulations! Yay!
Jeremy Wave, if you don't know Queendom, it's our Facebook group. So if you search Queentuhan on Facebook, you'll find the group there. Mag-join ka lang and then message. We'll know it's you and then we'll talk.
Yes. And of course, do not forget to check out our previous episodes on Spotify. We did start out as a podcast. We are a podcast. So please listen to them As in the episodes on Spotify. And of course, if you want to watch us, we're also on PS YouTube channel and the Tripod Network Facebook page. Any final reminders, guys?
Keep suggesting who you want us to guest and anong mga topics ang gusto nyo na pag-usapan namin. We listen to you. Most of our ideas come from you. So, tuloy-tuloy natin yung kwentuhan para masaya.
Tama! And again, join the Queendom, guys. Join it. Masaya siya. Happy tayo dun. Barkada tayo. We get, we announce our, we do announcements there, and we actually get questions from our Queendom members. So, questions na for our guests. So we have questions from the live audience that we have, but we also have questions that come directly from the Queendom members. So do that. Join. Participate. Yes. And of course, yeah, Spotify, guys. Follow us on Spotify. Yeah, pakinggan niyo yung mga soothing voices namin. Oh,
Yes.
sana soothing. Sana soothing. But yes, please check us out on Spotify. And I think that's it. Stay safe, guys. Again, wash your hands. Don't forget social distancing. Stay home unless you really have to leave work. And wear a face mask and a face shield when necessary. So yeah, stay safe tayo lahat, guys. Yun lang.
And make this your weekly habit, 8 p.m. every Tuesday. So we will see you next week for another episode of Queentuhan. Bye, guys. Stay safe and bye.